Okay, let's say we have a situation like this. 3 curves, organic curves, and you want to loft them. And you select them one by one and run your loft and hope that the loft meets your expectations, which is not the case 9 times out of 10. So you have to use some guiding curves. Creating guiding curves can be tricky if we use the wrong tools. So let me copy these guys, pressing Shift-D, bring them to somewhere here. If I use the control point curve instead of the spline curve for creating guiding curves, you see that the control points of the control point curve are touching the main curves. But we want that the curve itself is touching the main curves. Control point curve is obviously the wrong choice. So let's do the same with the spline curve. And there you have it. Now the curve is touching perfectly all 3 main curves. But even if you use the correct tool, if you do it without any snapping points and do some eyeballing, let's look from the top view, we get a skewed curve like this. So if you want to have a straight curve, we have to have some snapping points. Again, back to the control point mode. So there are 2 ways how you can use some snapping points in order to create straight guiding curves with the spline curve if you look from the top view. The first way is to use some temporary guides. So if I again activate the spline curve and come to this control point and press Shift, I can use this pink line as a snapping point here exactly at this point where the temporary guide touches the main curve. So that's the first snapping point. The second one I will create by coming to this control point and press Shift, and here it is. It's this one where the vertical pink line is touching the second main curve in the middle. And the third snapping point I will create by touching this one and pressing Shift. Here it is where the temporary guide touches the third curve. Boom. And even working with these helping guides can be tricky, so I will show you a second way of creating snapping points. I will delete this one. This one at the beginning can stay. In control point mode, I create some lines which I will use as a cutter. So Shift A, first line, here the second line, the third line, and I bring them to the top and use them as cutters. So I run the cut curve command. I have a shortcut for that, but I won't tell you my shortcut since you have probably another keyboard than I have. The cut curve command is active. I select my target body, which is this first main curve, and then I select the lines as cutters. So I select the first one, Shift select the second and the third. And I can get my snapping points like this as well. Let's repeat it. With the main line at the middle, I select this guy, I run my cut curve command, and since I have selected first the main curve, the select target body is already selected. So I just need to make a box select for the cutters, and boom, I have divided this one as well, and I will do the same with the third one. When I explain it, it sounds more complicated than it is. If you get used to it, you can make this in a matter of seconds. And now I can delete these lines. If I go to control point mode, I have all my snapping curves I needed. And the curves are obviously divided. We can join them again or rejoin them. But if we go to control point mode, the snapping points remain. And now we are in Snapcity, a place where you don't want to be when you are making heavy deadlifts, but in Plasticity, Snapcity is exactly what we want. I again select my spline curve, and now I can create my guiding curves comfortably. Now let's run our loft. So I select first my main curves, press L for loft, and then I select all my guiding curves I have created with these spline curves. And that's what I get. And if I bring back my first loft, we can compare. There is a slight difference. But the beauty of using spline curves as guiding curves is that they are much more versatile. You can play around with their shapes. If we look from the front view in control point mode and select all these control points of the spline curves, pressing shift, and let's drag them apart, pressing SX, so scale them along the x-axis. And if we now run the loft and hide the curves, we get a different shape, a completely different shape than this one. So like I said, using the spline curves as guiding curves is the most versatile method, since you can play around with the shape of the guiding curves after you have placed them. But there is another method I would like to show, a tool which is often neglected, and that's the 3-point arc. So therefore I will duplicate all these curves of the second shape, pressing Shift D. And since we already have the control points, the snapping points, we just need to create the 3-point arc here in control point mode. And the 3-point arc lives here under the center circle. It's here. This one, 3-point arc. And you can create them by making 3 clicks. The first click is the start, the second click is the end, and the third click determines the actual curvature. And it is fun using this 3-point arc. Boom. So it's not as versatile as the spline curve, but if you want to have perfect arcs, that's the tool you want to use. First click, second click, third click. And here at the end as well. And now let's run our loft, pressing L, and then select all the guiding curves made with the 3-point arc. And if we hide the curves, we can compare the third shape to the first one. Obviously, the second one is a completely different shape since we have played with the spline curves after we have positioned them. Let's look from the front view and drag this guy to here. Look at the arc which we have created with the 3-point arcs, and look at this one where we haven't used any guiding curves. So this looks much more beautiful. Of course, it always depends on what you want to do. And that's the 2 methods I wanted to show you. How you can create guiding curves and what kind of guiding curves you can create for this type of situation. And by the way, a side note, since we have splitted the main curves at the beginning, the edge of the sheet which you have created is also splitted. And if you want to get rid of these split curves, no problem. Select all the segments and press delete. And now you have a complete edge without any splits. Peace!